of discussion. Tell me what's your view, and let's talk about it. We gon' rock the truth, or absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind, they current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind, they current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth.
Grand Day Royals, and welcome to Rock Truth Radio. We are celebrating Rock Truth to the sixth power, Lord Jesus. We thank you for joining us to Rock Truth, the absolutely nothing at all. I am Mary SelenaKay. I think I missed that in the intro. Again, we thank you. We live in a society today where truth before your very eyes is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. We have two amazing previous hosts and investors, actual investors, that are joining us on the show. But right before we get into things, let's kind of go through some of the preliminaries that we got growing on around us and up and coming. Guys, don't forget on Mondays at 5:30, join us on Rock Single, where you learn to master singleness. Next week will be our last conversation in our subject matter of sex responsibly, guys. Learning the rules of engagement. We'll be moving on to a new theme entitled Legally Driven. Legally driven to have a kingdom minded relationship. So join us Mondays at 5:30. With Lord Tyron Joe, as well as CKnight, guys, on RockTruthRadio, as well as we are officially sponsored by none other than Healthy in Space. Shout out to Deontay Glover. Shout out to Healthy in Space in Maryville, Indiana, another Black-owned business. They have wild crafted purple sea moss and real fruit. It helps with your immune health, helps with your skin and your hair, energy, and your gut support. You can order now 219-867-2003. There's a $10 deposit that is required for 8-ounce jars. $30 is the price for the sea moss. They have the strawberry cherry flavor, which is absolutely positively amazing. And then they have the strawberry mango pineapple. So again, you can get that from Healthy in Space. Don't forget, oh my God, coming up in May 21st to be exact, we got Torrance and State. Hey,
Live band, live mic, whole room feeling like flight. All the stars, hearts bleed, every story planting seeds. Rock truth, keep it raw. We ain't trimming down the truth at all. Radio, streets, it's the history on repeat. Say RMF, say SelenaKay, from the shot to the state line. We gon' celebrate all day. Say rock truth, let the whole world see. It's the Black Renaissance and it's happening on TV.
And they know it's countdown. Turn that culture up right now. Trap soul bump in the background. Black Renaissance in the house. And they know it's countdown. Where the real ones show out.
You getting dropped off
You
tomorrow.
came to feel free. Let us stand on that seat and shout.
Yeah, live audience, lights up, yeah, interviews, yeah, time's up. If you're ready for the show, you know what the whole Midwest know. In the noise, countdown, we on now.
Yeah. You can catch us May 21st. We will be premiering. We will have a pre-show prior to that on May 14th. Information to come very soon. Commercials getting ready to pop out next week. Yo, if you lit, if you laugh, come out. It is a show honoring the nostalgia of 106 in Park, baby, Torrance State, our music, our culture, highlighting us, highlighting music of culture and value. We already talked about it. None of that pee popping, none of that kill your brother music. You can save that for somewhere else. This is Illinois, baby. And it'll be coming to you very, very soon. Now, speaking of which, I have the pleasure of having two amazing hosts, and also one of them was a Rock True investor into Rock True Cafe. And all of this, everything tied into our health and health benefits. And so, one of our most imperative shows that we had on Rock Truth, of course, with it being a radio show, was Rock True Beats. And our first and only host of Rock True Beats was none other than Chris Lyon Marley King. What's going on in the building? Alongside him is none other than Spoon. Spoon with Rock True Fitness and Rock True Cafe. Hello, my kings.
Yes, I one
Peace,
love.
what's
How you
up? What's
feeling?
up? One love. All is well. All is well, King.
Honored, honored, honored,
All is
honored
well.
to have you kings among us. It's actually amazing because what people may know or may not know is that I actually met Marley through Spoon, and so you guys also have a health business together. So before we get into that, let's just introduce ourselves. I'll start with you, Spoon. Introduce yourself, King, and let us know what you got going on and where can we find you.
My my government, my born name is Carl Weatherspoon Jr. I'm from Gary, Indiana. I'm a fifth district guy. I'm a Garyite. I have a lot of things going on, Mary Kay. Let me just start with a few. I'm all into the health and wellness, the lifestyle. It's about living the life. I live the life, the health and wellness lifestyle. I'm a gardener, I'm a farmer, I'm a herbalist, and I'm righteous. And I just, all about helping people, teaching people so we can pass it down and make our community stronger, entrepreneur wise, as well as health and wellness. So, I mean, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be here. I appreciate you reaching out. It's good to see you. We rock truth or nothing at all, right?
Come on, King, you already know it. Then we got Chris Lyon, Marley King in the building. Man, introduce yourself. Please let us know about you and where we can find you, King.
You talking to this man right here,
I'm
Chris
talking to
Lyon?
that man right there. Yeah.
Yes, I man. Well, let me start off by saying a lot of y'all, if y'all had tuned into Rock True Beats some moons ago, you shall remember me as Marley King. But since then, I have shedded my skin. I have shedded a layer, man, and evolved into my highest form, Chris Lyon. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah,
serious, man. The
man.
righteousness is The righteousness is coming full force. You know what I mean? From music to word sound to my lifestyle to thought process to morals and principles, man. I mean, I've molted out of my shell and become who I am today. And I got to give thanks before I even dive into myself for Rock Truth and Miss SelenaKay, my homegirl Mary, for breaking me out of my shell. Because I can remember when I could barely hold a conversation. You know what I mean? I was such a shy guy, not camera friendly. And it's all because of you. You know, I started breaking out of my shell and becoming this guy who can't keep his mouth shut now. You know what I mean? I got so much to say and so much knowledge, man. And you know that's just the righteousness speaking through me. So I got to first and foremost give thanks to yourself and Rock Truth as well, because I wouldn't be who I am today without that. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Oh
So
my God, King. And because you didn't speak as much, I would have never even known that. So, like, that's amazing to hear. You've always had so much to say, though. It was about people who was willing to listen. And you were extremely knowledgeable about everything. Like, it was ironic how we had beats and then science, and beats and science always corresponded with each other without you guys ever talking about anything. It was the vibration. It was just the frequency that it was on, and you both were just highly educated in health and wellness and biology and just ourselves, the plants that we are, the trees that we are. Man, it was a joy and a delight to watch. And yeah, oh my God. And then just your knowledge, like I said. So, oh my God, thank you so much, thank you both. Speaking of which, we were talking earlier about you guys took me on a forest little adventure. Just this is
A great adventure.
a
Just a
great.
little hike. A great adventure.
I
A great
used to be
adventure.
afraid of touching dirt. Okay, and then Spoon took me to the garden that you guys have. Where's that garden?
2448 to 94 Buchanan Street in the fifth district of Gary, Indiana.
Listen, these kings have their own garden, okay? So took me to the garden. I remember he just like he took my finger and just stuck it in the dirt, and I'm like, I didn't do that. And it was the first time like I was like getting over my for the earth. And then they took me into the woods,
All
into
right,
the
let's.
forest. It was like the Blair Witch Project in my eyes. That's how I felt about it. Spoon had this big old samurai knife. I didn't know what we were expecting. Where did we go, Chris? Where were we?
Ooh, we was in our sacred pawpaw patch. You know what I mean? Very ancient land, a very ancient spot, man. A lot of Native Americans dwelled down that way, and it was just a very eclectic patch, man. You know what I mean? Taking
Yeah,
us back to our roots, and sometimes that could be spooky because we've been bred out of our roots for so many years. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And so it was good to be back down into an ancient piece of land right there, and really allow people to bask in that kind of energy, that sacred energy, that ancient energy. You know what I mean? And I think that played a big part in yourself being able to conquer a lot of things. We talk about the creator, we talk about the most high, man. It's always present in nature like that. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
we've been, like I said, we've been brought away from that stuff for so long. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes.
A lot of us live in the concrete jungle. A lot of us are homebodies. Which nothing wrong with that, but some of us don't lack the opportunities to get outside, to, I guess, interact with our creator, man, with creation. And so it's very imperative for us to get back to the roots. And I give thanks for you and the rest of the people that came out on that trip, because every trip that we put on, it's always some new faces coming out. It's never the same people. You might get the reoccurring faces here and there, but it's always different people, and there's a reason for that. You know what I mean? Nothing is happenstance. People are coming out because spirit is calling them. You know what I mean? Where they're at in their particular journey or in their life, they're just now getting closer to the roots, man. Back to creation, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very very beautiful in that sense. And we got to be careful, man, because my spills could be long winded, and we'll be
We
having
already
rock truth reunion for 3 hours.
we know. Me
Speak truth,
me and
brethren.
Spoon are
Speak
aware. We
truth.
just let you like
Speak truth, brethren.
that's
Speak
all.
truth.
That's all. And
Speak.
speaking of which, getting over fears. I mean, I had to watch your niece. We were met to this log that took us to the other side of the river. Okay, over the forest and through the woods, and now we're going over this river. And so his niece, who is just oh my god, I aspire to. She is just fearless. She just walks over the little river over this log, and I'm like, bush. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. And so we all had to go. And Chris reminded me of the song that I sung to get.
I was clutch, man. Every little step I take,
What?
you will
We'll
be there.
be,
Every little move I make,
what? We'll
we'll
be
Yo,
be
together.
together.
Man, that was the only way. It was the only way I
Yes,
could get
sir.
across. Yeah. Yeah, but that was such an amazing event. Like I really did like get over fears. Like I mean, you with Spoon, you got to get over your fears. He going to take you just places that are completely out of your comfort zone. Like but he going to make you learn. You're going to learn something. That's the thing. You're going to learn something, and you're going to learn something about your health. You're going to learn something about being fit. King, we did Rock
Yeah.
to Fitness together. That was an amazing time because one, you're a personal trainer. Talk about that. How long have you been doing personal training?
I've been all my life. I had to fight, Mary. I've been a personal trainer all my life. I've been certified since about 2005. I specialize in strength and conditioning and weight
Yeah,
loss. So taking people and making a better body, not for nobody else, but for their self, health wise. It's
yeah.
not about how you look; it's about how you feel.
Teach,
So
teach.
our Rock True Fitness, we remember the 5:55 a.m.
Yes, 5 a.m. club. Yes,
naps, naps overrated. Yeah,
yes.
rise to time.
Crazy.
Getting up in the
He,
morning, running the beach,
oh my
running
God.
the beach, getting it in.
Yes,
Yeah, the beach, the
yes,
sand. You, you in great shape?
Yeah, I'm getting back. Like I got back into my hoodie
You
when I
got
put this on today. I was like, so I started fat juicing, and like I'm back to just that's majority of what I eat is the juice, and then like I may have like today I had like peanut butter and apples. I may have like a snack here or two, but really I'm primarily drinking that juice, and it's just shedding me off. Like I'm just, and I'm
you
grateful for it.
shining too. You definitely juicing.
Thank
I see you
you.
shining. You
I
shining
woke
bright
up
like a
today. Thank
diamond.
you, King. I woke up today. Let me tell you, I woke up like I got rest finally for the first time in just a while. And like what came to me for like my whole ideology for this year, it's get rest, eat less, drink water, think clarity, rock truth. That's where I am with it.
Nothing at all. Nothing at
Or
all.
nothing at all, bro. Like that's why, and my mind is like the machine is just going, going, going. It's not held up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because with all of that that's in your body and stuff, it slows down the processing of everything. So I'm back, baby.
Right.
I'm back, baby. And then you send me
Yeah.
videos. You know what I mean? So that helps. It really helps.
A little encouragement. A little encouragement.
Little.
I just don't believe him. I just don't believe him. I just don't believe him.
You remember that? I know. I just don't believe him. I
I
don't.
just don't believe you.
I just don't
I
believe
can't.
you. Like I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's you. I'm saying that it's me. And I just
It's
don't
me.
believe
It
you.
ain't you. I just don't
I don't
believe you.
believe
Like
you.
I just don't. I can't. Right.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Mary.
god. Oh my god. And you're
Yeah.
like the best trainer too, because you are such a butthole. You could care less. Like you are the Joe Clark of training. Like you don't care if it hurt.
Yeah. I don't care if you pass out, throw up, and continue. That's fine.
He said, and continue. That's
And
right.
continue.
You're the
I'm
best
not gonna
teacher
say. I'm
ever.
not gonna. I'm not gonna say her name. My clients throw up through their nose and mouth all the
Yep.
time. Okay, you okay? Let's continue on. You fine. You got it out now. You needed that. Let's continue on.
And this is a real thing that I've experienced this. This is real. He doesn't care, but it yields results. When I tell you it pays off later. We got into the cafe. We got into, offering lawfully healthy meals. Shout out again to Kelvin Bride who took us in after we were doing pop-up shops, and we were at the one
Right.
first in the feast or whatever in Miller, and he saw us and took us into his restaurant, and we were able to do Rock True Cafe or Rock True in a Cup, technically. And so, yeah, yeah, I want to thank you for your investment in Rock True, your investment in just everything, just in health, like because it was so imperative. It's so imperative that our mindsets more so than what we're taking in here. I learned about what I was taking in here, and then I remember we did the fast in 2021. Rock True Convictions, your convictions over your appetite, what you believe over what you crave, what God says over
Yeah.
what you say. And it the battle of the gut, you know what I mean? There's a brain here, and you have to also master that brain there. And so I learned so much from both of you guys. Shout out to what's King name? I do not want to Cash. Shout out to Cash. Cash is another one.
Lord Cash is the
Lord
big shout out.
Cassius, man, like, hey, like, shout out to the wisdom that you guys have brought to Rock Truth and then to the show. Okay, okay, okay. Now, what are your most memorable moments on the show? I'll start with you, Chris Lyon. Most memorable moment
Oh
on
my
Rock True
goodness.
Beats.
Oh
You
boy.
know, I never use this word, but I hate when people ask me those questions because I do not like to be so one track minded or so cynical, man, and just pick and choose because there's so many great moments. But if you put me in the corner and you're asking me to give you the answer, my answer would have to be all the shows I did with Dr. Ark, man.
Yep.
Shout out to Octavia. Love you, miss you. I had a
Yes.
great time with you. If you're
Yes.
watching, one love, holla at me.
I agree. I
But
agree.
all the shows I did with her because we mashed up true science, man, with the metaphysical, if you want to say, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like it was, and like I said, you guys never talked or had conversations, and then it would both add up. And then when I wasn't available, I'm like, Doc, fill in, and it was just it was like a whole brain thing that you guys were going back and forth doing. I love the
Indeed.
show. I love the show when you connected the machine to the plants to show the frequencies
Plant
and
wave.
yeah,
Stay
that was
alive.
oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my
That
god.
was slick, man.
Yeah.
Still got that device. I got an iPhone now, so anytime we try it out in the bush, make sure you come with the brethren because I got an iPhone now, and
Yay!
now I could really get down to business, man. You know what
Yes.
I mean? We're not gonna have no glitches, no freeze ups, no the iPhone this phone is not compatible with this device. Now we're gonna get down to business, man. It's a long time coming, but
Great
love and
business.
respect, man. That was a great show right there.
Yeah.
I love I got to point it out again, man. Just the way that me and Doctor got down, man, and we was able to mash up science with metaphysics. And if you think about it, man, when we think about spirituality, um, that's not always accepted by science because a
Yeah.
lot of times spirituality doesn't have tangible evidence. It's something that you feel. It's intuitive. It's inside you. It's out of the realm of vision. You know what I mean? You can't see it with your eyes. You know, different a different spectrum per se. But we was able to get down to where that we could make them two compatible, to where science and spirituality match together, and we was able to give tangible evidence to why things like frequency or things like word sound or even beats in general, the different hertz and stuff, how
Yeah.
those things could resonate with you or even manipulate you, you know,
Yeah.
on just a surface. It was just such a beautiful thing. It was one of those special moments in my life. My goodness, I could probably talk. If she was on the show, we'd be talking about those shows all night long, man, because it was just so grand. I really enjoyed those things. It was at a particular point in my life where I was really honing in on a lot of my knowledge. I was probably in my second or third year doing the knowledge, you know, the the herbalism, and just to be able to come together, man, with some like-minded individuals. You know, we come from different walks of life, but like minds, and what we was able to put together was just such a special thing for the eye, and that allowed me to continue to develop um, as an individual as well. And like I said, I've shed my skin from Marley King back in my Rock Truth days to Chris Lyon, who I am now, man, the God
The
body. You know what
lion.
I mean?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
I.
All hail King. And then King,
One
we
love.
ended up breaking out into Rock True Fitness and actually doing shows weekly. We had our space inside of the hood where you reside. Like that's your
Yes.
Yeah,
space, your
man.
I'm
place.
a resident. I'm a resident there. Like Usher was in Vegas, I was in the hood. I'm a resident. I'm in residency.
Yes. Yes,
Shout out to the Hudson Campbell.
shout out, you live for your steams and your saunas. Yo, like I mean, you put us on even with like the healthy water and stuff. But I enjoyed. We had a actual class that we facilitated, and we broke it down in parts where you did the fitness in the beginning, and then I did the dance portion, and it just all you did the clothes. What do you call
Cuckoo
that?
White.
Not the
You
warm out, the cool down, cool down.
cool
What
down, yeah.
cool down?
Stretch it, and then
Yeah.
you did cuckoo White. And you did
I
the
did
cuckoo White dance.
kukuwa. Yes, I did my kukuwa. And we had such an amazing time though. We did. This
Man, it
was
was good times. Good
yeah.
times.
Yeah. So now what
Real
was
good
your
times.
most memorable moment on fitness or with the cafe or either one of those? What was your most memorable moment?
Ooh, I really enjoy Yo Blend when we was doing the smoothies and the shakes, and we was Yo Blend. We used to come up with little catchy
Yes.
stuff like that. Me and you. Shout
Yes.
out to KT. Shout out
KT.
to KT. Me, you, and
Yes.
KT.
Yes. Tamoya. Tamoya
I
was
really enjoy
our
Tamoya.
waitress.
Oh, our waitress. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tamoya and KT.
And
Tamoya, please
KT.
forgive me. You
Yes.
because you had that walk. You had the model walk. You served the drinks.
Yes. Oh my God, I loved it. I love recreating with you as well. Man, we came up with some of the most amazing, the menus. Like it was just, and
Yeah,
we kept it definitely lawfully healthy. All right,
yeah.
next
Healthy and
question.
righteous. You're right.
Funniest moments, funniest moments. I'll keep you at two spoon. What was the funniest moment that was on either fitness or cafe? Funniest.
When we was running up the hill, and I think somebody may have threw up midway on the hill,
I know who
either
that was.
almost fell down the hill. Yeah, I'm not saying no names. I
I
said,
won't
"Oh
say
boy,
that name.
somebody's finna die today." You remember that, don't you?
I do. I do. Somebody finna die
You would hear
today.
that shit. They said, I said, oh boy,
Yeah, here we
somebody's
go.
gonna die today. I don't want to be nowhere near it. Let me hurry up and finish this up. Yeah, man. Because I really put y'all through it though. I really took
Yes.
y'all through I took y'all through the fire a little bit that day. I remember that day. That was
Oh
my
my
funniest
God.
moment. And y'all survived though. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all survived. All women, they survived. And I really put them through it too. They
He
survived.
did.
Righteous.
He did, man. He had no, I mean, you talk about no F's given. He had none. You could check that
Yeah.
little bitty pocket. It was none there. Like, none.
None.
You know there.
None
Like,
given.
you have to figure that out for you. And I learned so much,
Right.
King, about how,
That's your body. Those your legs. You have to move them. That's your body and legs. God gave those to you. I can't do
you.
anything with them. Those are yours.
You see what I'm saying? And this is the coaching we getting, but I appreciated it. I did. Funniest moment for you, Chris Lyon on Beats. What was the funniest moment?
Man, y'all like to give me the hardest questions, man, because I'm such a serious brethren. You know what I mean? I'm super serious all the time, so it's hard to break me out of my seriousness. Even though I'm laughing right now, but y'all broke me out of that since the start of the show. So, um, you know what? I'm gonna have to use a lifeline and ask one of y'all, man. What was the funniest moment? Because I don't remember laughing too much. I mean, the topics
Yeah,
that we was discussing, man, was pretty serious, man. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So I don't know where I don't know that there was a funniest moment for the
yeah.
eye, and that's no discredit to
Mm-mm.
anybody or the show in itself because just the topics that we covered were things that we're experiencing in real time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean, and um, things that could be considered a detriment to the youth or to individuals in general across the world, across the planet. You know, based upon the type of music that we see in
yeah,
broadcast in the mainstream over the airwaves nowadays. You know what I mean? If we don't know the science behind it, then we're blindly walking into the music and not having any type of moral standpoint. So,
yeah.
man, one of y'all got to help me out because I don't think there was a funny moment in Rock True Beats at all. It was Mr. Serious Face as much as I could be.
No, I would agree. I think that I would say the most influential moment that it was funny, but it really wasn't because like you said, this was about a serious level, but we had to deal with these things. So like we had artists, of course, that would come on that, they what their theologies and stuff wasn't necessarily where we were. And then
Absolutely.
understanding how the music that they're putting out and stuff, how it makes a difference. And then the one that
Indeed.
was the most influential for me was when we had her name was Ari. She came on and she was homosexual. And so it was
Indeed.
battling for me because I believe I'm now coming out of a period of religiosity. That's number one. But then two, it's like, all right, I still have to serve the community, but at the same time, we're talking about music. So when we're talking about music, that is not about your gender. Then here's another portion where your gender doesn't matter here. And I remember she attempted to bring up that subject matter, and I was just like, "Hey, this has no place for that. We're just talking about can you produce whether your age, your color, your creed, your whatever. Can you produce rock true beats? You know what I mean? Like solid cultural
Indeed.
beats, and it had nothing to do with your sexual preference." So I think that was one of the challenges. It was a little funny for me because I was behind the scenes, like just as serious as you was. Like, hold up,
Indeed. Hey, you weren't lying. That was it. You brought up a grand memory, so I'm glad you brought that up because
yeah,
it definitely was one of those testy moments. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Based upon our own individual practices
yeah,
or overstandings. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That wasn't acceptable for us. But in order to
Right.
put that to the side and be able to just talk music,
yeah,
that takes discipline, man, and that takes power. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah,
we got to constantly try in in specific disciplines in this world, man, because this world is so different than what it once used to be, man. You know,
yeah,
even the way people think, the way people move, the things that influence the way people move or influence the way people think. You know, we're not in control of a lot of things. I mean, we're not even in control of our diets when we're youths. You know what I mean? So therefore, we reap a lot of chemical damage as we get older in the years. You know what I mean? Think about look on the back of your produce and even some of the drinks that we consume or some of the frozen meals or whatever happens to be from the grocery store. There's a list of different chemicals that they use to preserve things. We don't
Yeah.
think that these things harm us. You know, go to the laboratory and try some potassium sorbate just by itself and see what it does to your body. It probably is going to mummify you on the inside. You know, so
Right. Right.
it's just important to recognize these things. And you know, we're not going to be able to change everybody's mind. And you know, maybe that's not our duty, but to keep ourselves level, like you said, Mary, and be able to put aside our differences to be able to sit at the round table and have a discussion about music, you know, which is a common factor amongst a lot of people in this world.
Yeah.
Man, music brings people together, you know, and music could tear people apart at the same time. But I see it bringing a lot of people together, man,
Me too.
and it seems to be a great way to you know to how are we trying to say it, to break the ice. You know, if you're in a room full of people, man, and nobody's talking, and you play some music and you know
That's it.
everybody resonates with, especially with some good music, right?
Yes.
It's gonna do us justice in into creating that unity. So yeah, that was a great memory you brought back up there.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago too, man. I had to go back in my memory. Thanks for that, but yes, I remember that
Yes.
very clearly. Good
Yes,
times.
and you're absolutely correct. Like that was the whole purpose behind Rock True Beats. It's like music is one of the fastest moving mediums, and so people are their depression levels, anxieties, happy, joy, sad, whatever, all of that rises and falls upon music, and people not understanding like, okay, you just think that this is a good beat to bop your head to, but you're not understanding that it's part of deaf's culture. It's part of a wave that's keeping you depressed and keeping you down and keeping you feeling a particular way on purpose. You don't know how this music
Indeed.
is being used on you, how it's almost a spell, and then understanding how they pray over music and just so many things that was revealed out of the Rock True Beat show was so imperative. And so yeah, man, like that was yeah, that was a time. That was a time. Uh,
I remember we had B hype on there. That was an interesting one too. Twisted hype man.
yup. Yup, we
That was an
did.
interesting show too to kind of get that insider perspective, you know, from his point of view. You know what I mean? From being
Yes.
in the industry and amongst you know the artists in the industry and such, and to have some of the conversations that we had, and to see how his spirit moved in the game. You know, being around a lot of the wickedness, and even maybe even being around some of the artists that you know don't make conscious music. If just
Yes.
as a broad term,
Yes.
don't make conscious music, right?
Yes.
And so just being able to be who he is and with his understanding to be around that and to get that perspective, that was very interesting, man. You know,
Yep. Yep.
so I was grateful for you guys to pull the strings together to be able to get him on the show because it's a rarity, man. Not all the time, man. You can get guys like that. That's
Yeah.
you know industry standard.
No, we've been really blessed. Like just recently, oh my God, just like a dream come true. I finally had Dankery Harv from Frank and Dank, who used to be with Jay Dilla. We during the celebration of
Seen that
his
show.
20th anniversary of his death, we had him on February 10th, and we were able to interview him and just talk about Jay Dilla. Like we have been blessed with some heavy hitters in the game on Rock True Beats and Rock Truth Radio, and I'm just grateful for it, grateful for it. Seriously, it's all God. Like I woke up like my weekend, like I woke up on Saturday just thinking like, okay, well, I'm gonna work in the morning and then I'm just gonna rest because this week has been crazy. Only to find out I get a phone call from chairman like, hey, we about to go to Peoria to see Cat Williams, the Lady of Rage. What? This is what Rock Truth does. I said this is my life. This is my life. Like I can't, so you never know.
Live it
Like you
up.
just God is just keep on moving with God, keep on being, keep on growing. One thing I heard earlier it said oh God, unsubmitted heart questions everything. And I'm just
Mm.
at the point where I have submitted. I am submitted to his will, and I'm just watching everything just naturally gravitate towards me. Like, oh, that's for me too, and that's for me too. So just being in tune and in line and in frequency, in the proper frequency with everything. It just, I mean, and all of that now plays back into what you believe or what you crave, what I'm eating, how active I am, what I'm doing with my body, and how I'm taking care
Yeah.
of my body. All of these things, they fit right on together. So to have you brothers on here and represent Rock Truth the way that you did, and represent God's truth the way that you did and continue to do, it's just absolutely amazing and stellar. Do you guys have any questions for me before we get out of here?
Nah, bring up. Man, I
What is
was
your
waiting for some more questions,
You
man.
want more?
right? What's the
I was
inspiration?
starting to have fun.
Tell the listeners what's the inspiration behind Rock Truth. Where did it come from, Mary? Talk to us about that
Ooh,
for a little bit.
man, the inspiration behind Rock Truth is just, again, growing up in a society where you felt like you've been lied to. We're being lied to
Man,
about everything, and that includes
you're right.
religion. We're being lied to, and I've
Hmm.
always been a person of the truth. Like, just tell the truth. Just like we could deal
Hey,
better in
King,
life.
I just don't believe you.
I
Like
don't.
I tell you, I just don't believe you. You
You
keep
like
lying to me.
you
I
keep
can't. Come
lying.
on, tell the
You
truth.
like,
Man, pushing
and you
religion
think
on
that
us.
I don't
You
know?
yeah, you pushing religion on people and people can't count and
No,
talk and write
come
math.
on,
Come
King,
on, y'all.
teach, and you're pushing worship me as opposed to worship God on people like we don't know the difference.
Man,
You think, like, come on?
Dang.
So it was about truth. It's about displaying the truths in every aspect of government, about everything in the world. So that's how we got all of these different shows to cover truth about music, truth about food and health, truth about science, truth about to our youth, and relationship, and what it's like, the truth from being at the bottom, because a lot of people think that it's just being at the bottom is just a horrible position to be in. No, that's the grandest position you can be in, because it's only up from here,
foundation,
baby,
baby.
and you learn so much
Foundation.
from the bottom.
Right.
So I'm
Started
grateful.
from the bottom. Now we here.
Listen.
We started from the bottom. Now we
Listen,
here.
and speaking of which,
Started from the
speaking of which,
bottom.
I have to just publicly say, when I was at my bottom spoon, you were there for me. You were there for me, like a rock true friend, brother.
100%.
I love you for that. Thank you so much. Where a lot of people that I've known all my life, it was a no for them. They didn't support the way that you supported. They didn't, and it's all God, and I'm just eternally grateful for what you did for me at that time. Everything, and
Give
I'm
thanks.
grateful.
Be
I'm
good. Give
grateful,
thanks.
King. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. I was hoping my co-host would have been here. So he did shout out to you. He like Spoon on YouTube.
Tell,
Uh
tell CKnight I said he owe me an interview.
yes, he does. Yes, he does. He absolutely owes you an interview.
Me and
Uh,
Chris Lyon, we gonna get with it. CKnight a
listen,
righteous brethren. CKnight a righteous brethren. Chris.
listen, we gotta go on one of
Yeah.
y'all adventures and stuff. So when y'all go back out to the woods and
No, no.
stuff and do Blair Witch,
April, April, April 18th, Chris. Give her the information. April 18th.
please,
April
please.
18th.
All right, indeed, indeed. And make sure everybody check out the Ancient Mystic LLC Facebook page. We're going to be dropping all of our events, excuse me, not events, but rather um, adventures coming up here soon. So we got an adventure plan for each month from the month of April all the way to October coming up here. And our first one coming up is April the 18th. We're headed to Warren Dunes, Prime Evil Forest. And this is prime time for morel mushrooms. You know what I mean? If y'all have never been foraging for mushrooms, y'all need to come out with your brethren right here and come out with the ancient mystics, because we got a lot of knowledge when it comes to the mushrooms, when it comes to the medicinal and edible plants that we're going to be finding all over here. Even the wildlife. I'm very in tune with my birds now, so I know the different bird species. I know the calls. You might hear me talking back and forth with my little whistle. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of great things going on for this one. This is so from Gary, Indiana. This place is 45 minutes away. Like I said, more information is going to be released within the next week or so. We're going to be promoting it, so you'll be able to see it. It's going to be $45. The It's going to be $45 leading up to 6 days before we go. So all the way up until April the 12th, and then it'll be $50 from there. We are providing some amenities and transportation, and when we go to the bush, whatever edibles and medicinals that you feel you need to take back with you. Let spirit guide you, man. Whatever you need to take back with
Yeah.
you, feel free to take back. So we're gonna really be getting in tune. That's gonna be our first try. There's going to be many more great ones coming up, even through the hotter months in the summer. We're going to be going to some places with some watering holes, so we could take a dip. You know what I mean, and cool off and be proper, especially in these hot weather days out here, because it gets rough out here in the summertime. You know, in July and August. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, you can definitely feel it. So April the 18th, Warren Woods Primeval Forest. Link up with the Ancient Mystics. April the 18th. It's Saturday. And be on the lookout, Ancient Mystic LLC on the Facebook. We will be dropping more information. And keep an eye out on our personal pages too. Check out on
Rose, did the
Spoons. Check
freeze?
out on my personal page, and you'll be seeing more information being dropped as far as these, because we got a lot of the right elements that came into play as far as individuals. You know, it seems like it's been the right timing for everybody that's been coming into play. So we got the right players aboard right now, and we're really pushing things forward. The wheels are turning wholeheartedly in the spirit of righteousness, man, and we never stop for that, man. You know, they always say the since the beginning of the time, the righteous man has always got the short end of the stick or has been persecuted, and
Yeah.
that's true. But not everybody is our kind, man. You know what I mean? Not everybody out here is doing job works. So we have to make sure that we stick together, man, and maybe feel lonely at times. You know what I mean? But don't feel lonely, man, because you are one with creation, man. You are one with the Creator, man. Always remember that, man. And when you come together with righteous brethren and sisters like the hour, like the ancient mystics, man, you could really feel the camaraderie like that, man. Many different walks of life. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all have ever seen that picture, man, but it's got Jesus. It's got a couple other. It's got Buddha. It's got Krishna. A couple other spiritual figures sitting at the table. Man, it takes all kinds, man, for us to make the wheels turn. And
Mhm.
the common thing is we all have an understanding in our Creator, man, our oneness, man. You know what I mean? So it's a righteous thing, man. Got some great things going on. Try not to get in my long-winded spills again. Look out on the Ancient Mystic LLC. Ancient Mystic LLC Facebook page. We got more information coming out on the Mystic Adventures coming from this year, from the months of April all the way to October. Stay in tune. Many great things going on. And my goodness, let me.
He shut
Yes,
himself off.
sir.
He shut
Yes,
himself
sir.
off. No, absolutely. Listen, nope. I'm in a movie, guys. I'm in a movie. Yeah. So we have
Good stuff. Good
rehearsals in
stuff.
April. I know we got rehearsals this month and we're filming in April, but if I am not a part of
What's the
that
name of the
filming,
movie?
it is the extra mile. The extra mile.
Okay.
Yep. So it's
That's
kind of like a little
that's the sequel to the Green Mile.
something like that. Something like that. Actually, I went in to do just the. I was supposed to do a waitress, little small role, and then when I showed up, I had a major role in the film. So,
Because you're
yeah,
a big deal.
kudos.
That's why. Because you're a big deal. That's why.
Thank you, King. Thank you so much. So yep, if I am available though, I'm coming out. I'm gonna encourage C and a few others to just come on out and take this venture because man, like it's something to learn, like you said, and just getting into all of the herbal things that can help you naturally. You don't have to look to big pharma. You don't have to look to all these chemical enhanced, man-made, manufactured pills and vitamins and stuff. You can learn about getting natural things in your body for healing. Did I set you off? I almost set you off, Chris.
You
Come back to
close.
nature.
Just off the
Come back to
millimeters,
nature
man.
and ground yourself.
I already know. Let me say, if I say manufactured one more time, he's gonna just go off. Okay.
It's coming.
Well, Kings, it was amazing to have you on the show. Doc Ock, she actually tuned in. She said, they can't quit playing small, Queen. And she said, hey to everybody. So she's there, King. If you want to give her a message, she's
One
right
love.
there watching.
That's beautiful, man. I'm waiting for her reunion show, man. I'm trying to be the first person to view that show, bro. Make sure I get the first dibs on that because I want to see it.
Yes, sir. She actually was first up. They did it last Monday, so I'll send you the link.
Oh, oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Uh, but I am going to do, I am scheduling both of you to come back and do a show, you and Doc Ock, to discuss because it would just be remiss if I didn't have you both together to discuss y'all show. So I'll find a date that will work for both of you guys. I'll look for it. It's gonna be in May because we're already booking out, but it'll be in May, and then you guys can talk about this show. It's never too late. And I think that'll be a perfect
Never,
combo because
never.
now listening to y'all is gonna be like a yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes, it is.
Moon, where can we find you? Where can we find you, brother?
You can call me 219-613-7594. Look, I ain't hard to find. I am not hard to find. Email me, cweatherspoonjr@gmail. I'm here for the people. I have a purpose for the people, so I'm here for y'all. So just reach out to me. That's my personal cell phone number. You know, I don't run a high Facebook, Carl Weatherspoon Jr. I'm here. The people's champ. The champ is here. The champ is here.
And you got
Champ
things
is
that you
here.
sell. You sell CMOS. You sell everything. We'll talk about those things real quick.
Tinctures, sea moss, teas, tonics, elixirs, ancient mystics, all natural products. Shout out to ancient mystics. We have salve, dry herbs, without honey. Whatever you have it, we need. We doing a big honey project this year, Mary. Looking for some investors. You know, if you all interested, get with Chris, talk to Chris. We're doing some real big things with honey. It's very
Okay.
medicinal.
Okay, King. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Thank you for letting us in on that. Like Ox says, so glad to see you're making good motion, King, to King Spoon, and then and that you're growing Marley King. So yeah, man,
Oh
I'm with it.
yes.
I'm with it. We'll definitely be in connection this year. A lot of grand things, a lot of stuff. It's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of connections that we've made, especially with I'm with Under the Helmet Riders. So that foundation, and now just kind of working with a lot of different areas and things. We just became certified health workers, so all this work that we're doing in the community for free,
Congrats.
we're able to now
Congrats.
bill for and be paid for. And so teaming up with people
Nice.
like you, and then and what you guys got going on, and then we're partnering with the Illinois Department of Public Health. So it's just major keys, major keys. God know what He's doing.
Nice.
In order for all of us to eat, for all of us to grow, and for everybody to have access and equal access to health and control over their health and wealth. So again, thank you guys. Thank you for being on the show. Man. Whew.
Thanks for having us. An
Yes.
honor and a pleasure. Thanks for having us. An
Yes,
honor and a
King.
pleasure.
Always.
Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna get up out of here. Don't forget this new year, rock truth no matter the cost. Rock truth no matter the consequences. Rock truth absolutely nothing at all. Revelation is truth. Truth is not just information. Health is your wealth. Your convictions over your appetite. What you believe over what you crave. What God said over what you say. Peace, man. Peace.
Stay healthy, my friend. Stay.
Situations happen. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk about it. Topics of discussion. Tell me what's your view. And let's talk about it. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.